Every single day, millions of people wake up and unknowingly start the slow process of destroying their health. You might think your morning coffee, your screen time, or even your workouts are helping you. But some of these habits could be silently shaving years off your life. How many of these are you doing right now? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which habits are quietly draining your energy, hurting your brain, damaging your metabolism, and even increasing your risk of chronic disease. And more importantly, you'll know how to reverse every single one of them, because small changes, done consistently, can literally reshape your future. We're going to break down 7 everyday habits that might seem harmless or even healthy, but that science says are slowly destroying your body and mind. And number 7 might be something your doctor never told you about. You've heard breakfast is the most important meal of the day, right? Well, that depends on what you're eating. Most people start their day with sugary cereals, white toast, flavored yogurts, or energy drinks. These send your blood sugar on a roller coaster, a spike and crash cycle that leads to energy dips, cravings, and long-term insulin resistance. Some studies have found that high glycemic breakfasts were associated with increased hunger and calorie intake throughout the day. And here's the catch. Some people think they're being healthy by skipping breakfast altogether, but for many, especially those under chronic stress, this can worsen cortisol imbalance and lead to late-night binging. Your metabolism, mood, and hormones are all influenced by how you fuel your body first thing in the morning. Fix it. Instead of skipping breakfast or grabbing junk, aim for high-protein, balanced meals. Think eggs with spinach and avocado, a smoothie with Greek yogurt, or steel-cut oats topped with nuts and seeds. Here's a scary fact. Sitting for more than 6 hours a day increases your risk of death, even if you exercise. This phenomenon is known as the active couch potato effect. In other words, going to the gym for an hour won't undo the damage of 10 hours on the couch or at a desk. When you sit for extended periods, your muscles literally go to sleep, your circulation slows, your metabolism drops, and your body becomes more insulin resistant. Over time, this adds up, increasing your risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even certain cancers. One Harvard study showed that women who sat more than 11 hours per day had a 12% higher chance of dying prematurely than those who sat less. Fix it. Set a timer. Every 30 minutes, stand up. Stretch your arms. Take 20 steps. Do a few squats. These tiny movements reactivate circulation and trigger beneficial enzymes that burn fat and regulate blood sugar. Even better, use a standing desk or walk around during phone calls. Movement is medicine. That handful of chips or those late-night cookies, they're doing more damage than you think. Late-night snacking confuses your body's circadian rhythm, floods your bloodstream with sugar when you're supposed to be resting, and makes fat storage more likely. Here's why. Your body's insulin sensitivity naturally drops at night. That means the same cookie eaten at 11 p.m. has a much stronger negative impact than if you ate it earlier in the day. And when you eat while distracted, like scrolling through TikTok or watching Netflix, your brain doesn't fully register the meal. This is called disconnected eating and leads to overeating. In a study from the University of Birmingham, people who ate while watching TV consumed 25% more calories and remembered their meals less vividly. Fix it. First, make your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. Second, eat without screens. And third, upgrade your snacks. Go for a handful of nuts, berries, or a small portion of cottage cheese if you must snack. You might not feel thirsty, but that doesn't mean you're hydrated. Chronic low-level dehydration affects more people than we realize. It messes with your focus, your digestion, your skin, your energy levels, and your ability to regulate body temperature. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that even mild dehydration, just 1.5% loss in water volume, was enough to impair mood and concentration, especially in women. You might think you're hungry or tired, but often you're just dehydrated. Fix it. A good baseline: half your body weight in ounces of water daily. So if you weigh 160 pounds, aim for 80 ounces. Add a pinch of sea salt and a squeeze of lemon occasionally. It boosts absorption and helps balance electrolytes. Also, don't rely only on thirst. By the time you feel it, your body is already dehydrated. Before your feet hit the floor, you check your phone and flood your brain with anxiety. This is called dopamine hijacking. Your brain wakes up in a relaxed alpha state, ready for calm. focus, and clarity. But when you flood it with news headlines, notifications, or social media, your brain gets hooked on microstimulation. It trains you to seek distraction constantly, and it spikes cortisol, your stress hormone, which can linger for hours. This is why you might feel irritable, wired, or unable to focus, even if nothing bad happened. Fix it. Try a 30-minute no-phone rule after waking. Instead, hydrate, stretch, get natural sunlight, or journal. Even 10 minutes of intentional silence can ground your nervous system and boost productivity for the rest of the day. Take a breath right now. Was it shallow, just in your chest? Most people don't realize how poorly they breathe, especially when stressed. When you take shallow breaths, your body stays in fight or flight mode. Your heart rate stays elevated, your body gets less oxygen, and your brain doesn't feel fully safe. Over time, this creates tension, anxiety, fatigue, and even gut dysfunction. Breathing is one of the only body functions that's both automatic and under your control. That means you can train it and unlock massive benefits. Fix it. Practice belly breathing. Inhale deeply into your stomach so it rises. Try the 4-7-8 method. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Do this for just 2 to 3 minutes per day. It reduces anxiety, lowers heart rate, and improves your ability to focus. Sleep isn't just about quantity, it's about quality. You can be in bed for 8 hours and still wake up groggy if your deep sleep was poor. The biggest sleep disruptors: blue light from screens, inconsistent bedtimes, caffeine, and elevated evening cortisol. Caffeine stays in your system for 6 to 8 hours. Even if you fall asleep, it disrupts your ability to enter restorative deep sleep. And scrolling before bed, it floods your brain with dopamine and delays melatonin production, making it harder to fall and stay asleep. Fix it. Cut caffeine after 2 p.m. Dim the lights at night. Use night mode on screens or wear blue light blocking glasses. Create a wind-down routine. Light stretching, herbal tea, and reading. Your body needs rhythm. Help it relax, and it will reward you. These 7 habits may seem small, but over time, they compound into fatigue, anxiety, weight gain, and even chronic disease. The good news? Every single one of them is reversible, starting today. You don't need a complete life overhaul. You just need awareness and small, powerful upgrades. So which of these are you guilty of? Let us know in the comments, and share this with someone who needs to see it. And if you're serious about optimizing your health, don't miss our next video. Hit subscribe. Your future self will thank you.